The what?
Piggy bank.
He told that already.
What was it?
The piggy bank story. The piggy bank.
Oh,
The money
piggy
bank.
yeah.
But I think you told that story. But
Yeah, I
what?
told that.
So you're going to talk about
Moving from Flora Street to Oak.
how you got the Oak Street house. Okay, go ahead, Dad.
Well, we lived on Flora Street for quite a long time, as I remember, quite a few years. And then my mother inherited some money from her aunt that lived in San Diego. And she gave my mother enough money to buy a house on East Oak Street. So we moved from Flora Street to East Oak Street. And it was a real nice house. It was a 3-bedroom house. And Tommy and Joe slept in one bedroom, and I had my bedroom, and my mother and my dad had their bedroom. And it was real nice. And we had a basement and a garage. And about that time, my mother and my dad separated. And we decided to change schools. We were going to Catholic school, so we decided to go over to the public school, which was only a block away from our house, which was real nice. And so we went over to Jefferson Public School, and that's where I graduated from. We all graduated from Jefferson Public School. And then I went to Stockton High School, and I was able to walk to high school with my friends, and went there for 4 years of high school. Played high school basketball and was on the baseball team for a while, and played in a band. And I was in the band, maybe played the trombone, which I was a terrible trombone player because I didn't practice my horn. Our instructor used to always, when we were playing a song, he'd have each section play their music. He'd have the clarinets play, and then the trumpets, and then he'd come to the trombones. Well, there was the first trombone players, then it was second trombone players, then it was third trombone players. So we all got to play. So I was the third trombone player. And so in the third trombone players, he would stop the third trombone players and says, "Now, Mr. Boggs, you're going to have to take your trombone home and practice because you're not making all those notes, and you have to practice your trombone to get a little bit better." So this went on for a while. So then somebody mentioned to me that I had one of my periods was a study hall. So they said, "Well, you could maybe talk to the band instructor. Maybe you could take a practice." So I did. I went over and talked to the band instructor, and he said, "Yeah, we got practice rooms here. You could come in here and practice during your study period." So that's what I did for a while. So when I was a junior, I decided to drop out of the band because I wanted to go to football games and this and that. So I decided to drop out. And the kids were teasing me about being in the band and all that. So I got out, and I was glad that I did get out because I really didn't like it. My time was with sports and my friends. I played with my friends and played sports. So I didn't give much time to the trombone. But in our band, one time, we were there in the band, and this new boy came into the band. His dad was a band instructor back in Kansas. And he came here to Stockton High School. And we were there getting ready, ready to practice. And he could play all the instruments. He could play trombone, trumpet, everything. Saxophone. And he grabbed the trumpet and he started playing the latest songs that were out. And he could play beautiful. Just beautiful. And he grabbed the trombone and played songs with the trombone, and the whole band just sat there in just pure amazement of how great he was. And he played the baritone, and he could triple tongue the baritone. That means when you push down one button, you get 3 sounds. He was just an amazing guy.
Wow.
And he's kind of he wore glasses, he was tall and thin, but boy, could he play. And when sometimes we would have band concerts, and he would get to make a solo with whatever he wanted. He played all those instruments.
Wow.
And we've never heard anything like that, and nobody else did either.
Mm-hmm.
That anybody that could play all those instruments. It was just amazing.
What was his name?
I forget his name,
Mm-hmm.
but he was just an amazing guy.
Mm.
He just real good with the music.
So did that make you wish you had continued playing the trombone?
No, I quit when I was a junior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he was. We just loved the band instructor that we had. He didn't believe in playing the popular tunes. He played the old time tunes. So we never got to play the popular tunes.
Mm-hmm.
And every other band that we went to, like Lodi, we played Lodi, their band played all the latest tunes. Our band didn't. But this boy, he used to play for us early in the morning before practice. We used to love to listen to him play. And he would play all the latest songs. Mm-hmm. It was really enjoyable.
Yeah.
We just all sat there and loved it. Okay, that's enough. My mother had a sister that was a nun back in Minnesota. She was a Franciscan nun. And she'd come out to visit us about every 3 years. And we hated her visits because she was so strict. And she always wanted to boss us boys around. She'd have us outside weeding, working outside, doing it, cleaning the windows. She had us doing everything, ordering us around. And we did not like her at all. Didn't like her. She was real,
Mm-hmm.
she was real, but kind of stern.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes mean to us. And we were pretty young, so we couldn't say very much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So she would come out. So when we got older, when we got to be about 15, 16 years old, Joe and I told Mother, now, when Sister Finbar comes out this time, we're not going to listen to her. And we don't want to have her tell us to do anything because we're not going to do it. I want to tell you, whatever you tell us to do, Mom, we'll do. But when she tells us to do something, we're not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But we made our mind up. We all got together, Tommy and Joe and myself, and we made our mind up that's what it was going to be. And our mother says, okay. We said, we'll do what you tell us, but not her. We're tired of her bossing us. So I remember she came out and she tried to boss us, and we wouldn't do it. So she would say to my mom, what's wrong with your boys? They don't want to do anything that I tell them to do, and they're sassing me back, and I don't like it. She says, they're supposed to do what I tell them to do. So I said, our mom had to take her in the room and talk to her. So she took her in the room and talked to her, and everything was fine after that. She didn't say hardly anything to us. And we just loved it. We just loved it. We finally broke that habit.
All right. So, Dad, what did Sister Fimbo call Grandma? He had a special name for
She
her.
called her Babe.
Mm-hmm.
And one year she came out, and she brought out an extra outfit, like her nun outfit, or all over her clothes. And my mother got the idea to dress up like a nun. So she dressed up with her sister as a Franciscan nun. And we took pictures of it, and they went downtown shopping. And my mother went with Sister Finbar. And when she came home, my mother told us boys, you couldn't believe it, the service that I got. Everybody was doing everything for me, calling me sister, and just was very helpful and wanted to talk to us all the time. And we thought it was way out, her doing that. We didn't want her to do it, but she thought it was great, you know.
Grandma was like that.
Grandma, yeah, she thought that was great.
Yeah.
And then they took pictures of them. Oh man, something else. So there